your praise, and
What an honor to be here this evening. I didn't expect such a big audience. It's kind of scary. Talk to so many people at the same time. I'm very honored, very delighted. Morati for inviting me here. And a few hours that I spent today in Milan, kind of working on me. Because Milan has always been a place where all kinds of creativity kind of explodes. So ever since I came here, every time I talk, there's a new idea gushing out. This is what we should do, this is what I plan to do. And in a few hours, I think there are more plans now than we had before, just getting into Milan. And I'm sure this evening discussions will lead to many more ideas. It's really ideas which change the world. And the more ideas it can promote, the faster we can get to the goal that we have all in our minds. And it doesn't have to be complicated. That's the way I saw it all along, what I have done. And I didn't try to see things in a kind of academic way. I just be there and look at it and used whatever immediate reaction I had in me to translate it into work. And every time I saw that, I see results, and it encouraged me. And that's what led to creation of what we now know as microcredit. Tiny little loans given to very poorest people. It was when I explained that, immediately people say, "Oh, this is easy. Why didn't anybody else thought about it?" I don't know. I still don't know why people, seeing this is so simple, it works, still it doesn't get done. And it takes years and years to do the work, try to draw the attention that it's so important that needs to be done. And now, since 2008, we got into this financial crisis. And everybody got kind of shaken because of this financial crisis. And they're all trying very hard to see which action will turn it around and get back to normalcy again. And while everybody is in a rush to get back to normalcy, I kind of screamed to everybody, "Hey, don't go back to the normalcy. Don't rush." Because this is our greatest chance. It's a crisis, no doubt. It hurts a lot of people. But at the same time, this is the greatest of the opportunity to unbundle the whole thing, undo the whole thing, and redesign and refix so that it never happens again. If you are in a rush to go back to the normalcy, we go back to the same track, it leads us to the same crisis, maybe worse than what we have now. So it would be, in a way, I feel, when I feel very strongly about it, I say it would be stupid of us to rush back to normalcy. We got the opportunity, we must use it the fullest extent, so that we create a new normalcy. We lay down a new track which will not take us to the same old destination. It will take us to the new destination. Because when we see about this crisis, it's not a one crisis. People forget the other crisis very quickly. This is a bundle of crises, cluster of crises. 2008, we have seen them all together, and we are continuing with that. 2008 was also the food crisis. We seem to have forgotten that. Food crisis didn't disappear. It simply lost its position on the front page and gradually disappeared from the whole newspaper. But it's still there. Financial crisis is very attractive in the eyes of the readers of newspapers because in this crisis lots of people lost lots of money. Some lost billions of dollars, some lost millions, some lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. But those who lost billions of dollars, they will still have some billions of dollars left. Same is true for those who have lost millions of dollars. Same is true who lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. So they are not the real victims of this financial crisis. Real victims are those who are at the bottom, who lost their jobs, who lost their livelihoods, who lost their hopes. We're in a rush to go back to the old normalcy. We are actually trying to get back those people who lost billions of dollars so that their stock market price can soar again, so that they regain all the lost wealth on paper. The fate of the people who lost the jobs and suffered through the period, this is not going to be replenished. Those who lost livelihoods and suffered through the whole period, even if they get back to their livelihood, this will not be replaced. And therefore the challenge that we make the new normalcy so that it never happens again. People don't have to suffer again. What do we do? People ask me, what are you talking about this new normalcy? Is there something called new normalcy? I said, yes. First thing I would do if I have to create a new normalcy, I would create new financial institutions, redesign the whole financial architecture. To one thing, there's sort of a long list of it. Just to give one example where I come from, I can put it right away. I said, look at the financial institutions. Still people refuse to see it, despite the fact it has been pinpointed so many times. Large number of people on this planet have no access to financial resources, financial services, or any kind of financial institutions. Almost 2/3 of the world population have no access to financial services. I said this is a good time in rebuilding institutions in the crisis period. Make the financial institution inclusive institutions, so that in new normalcy, when we get there, nobody will be rejected from the financial system.